From what I've seen, one of the biggest use cases of AI today is to find and extract more oil and gas more efficiently and more profitably, which really just undermines all of the good work that we or anyone at the company or even anyone in the clean energy is doing. It's like the sustainability movement is running on a treadmill right now. And there's a malevolent force that is just turning that knob faster, the harder we run. The CEO of Saudi Aramco went on an interview with Bloomberg, and he was stating that AI has been essential for them to maintain their cost of oil production at $3 per barrel for the past 20 years, despite inflation and aging reserves. So it has allowed fossil fuels to stay competitive and undermine the economic case for the transition to clean energy.
So back in 2019 was when Microsoft released a press release along with Exxon that very explicitly quantified the barrels per oil per day increase due to Microsoft's technology. They probably regret doing that because we have used it against them. Well, really just not really even against them, but just to quantify what is the scale that we're talking about here. How important is this? So as you mentioned, 81% of each barrel is burned, and burning 1 barrel of oil releases 433 kilograms of CO2. That's according to the EPA. That 81% is according to Petroleum Services Company. 50,000 oil equivalent barrels per day, that's 18 million barrels per year. So that's a pretty simple multiplication. 18 million, 43 kilograms, 81% is 6.4 billion kilograms. That's 6.4 million metric tons of CO2 per year. That was for one deal with one company. If we add to that the 400,000 barrels per day for a deal with Chevron, that's 51 million metric tons. So just those two together is over 300% of Microsoft's FY23 emissions. Those are at 17 million metric tons. That includes data centers. So that is showing you the relative scale of these deals compared to Microsoft's entire company emissions for the entire year. And now if you compare that to Microsoft's contracted carbon removal, which are great projects, but that's 5 million metric tons over 15 years. That means these two deals are releasing more carbon equivalent to over 1,000% of what Microsoft is contracting to remove over 15 years. I hope that gives a sense of scale. I want to be clear here that, and maybe we'll get to this, but we have never asked Microsoft to cut ties with these companies, to break contracts. We have never and will never ask for that. We are asking for very reasonable guardrails on how this tech is used. We're not asking for blanket AI bans, anything like that. We just think that, especially as a company who markets themselves as a sustainability leader of the world, you cannot be a sustainability leader of the world when you are helping the largest oil companies on the planet dramatically increase emissions that are hundreds to thousands of times the emissions that you as a company are stating are making you a leader. I mean, just like you can't call yourself a company of peace because you have cookies in the office when you're making bombs. If you're a bomb company providing bombs, even if you yourself are not setting off those bombs, if you are giving those bombs to others, you cannot call yourself a company of peace. And we think that analogy rings true here as well for sustainability.
All right, so what did we just watch right there?
We watched Thinking on Paper, bite-sized, a shot of technological tequila to your prefrontal cortex. It's just a taster, a smorgasbord of what awaits you with the full Thinking on Paper interviews. There really is nothing like it out there at the moment, connecting the dots of all these technologies. So subscribe where you're listening, check the long-former interviews out, and remember, stay curious,
Be disruptive.
keep thinking on paper.